guys, it's Tracy with Stampin' Away with Tracy, and I just got this Life is Beautiful in the mini catalog. I just ordered it for myself, and I have to tell you that I love it. It is so beautiful. There's so many things you can do with it, and it's in the mini catalog right here. And if you don't have one, and you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to send you one. There's a link below. Just click that and put your email down. I can add you to my email address, and if you give me your birth month and date, I'll be happy to send you a card for your birthday. Now, this is in the mini catalog on page 51. It's only $17. It is a great deal. And it's also a distinctive stamp, which means a distinctive stamp means it gives different color variations when you stamp. And I'm going to show you. I made one like this for fall, and see the color variations in the different leaves. And I thought that was cute, but I needed a hello card for a friend. And I wanted to make it a little cheerful and not fall colors. So this is what I've come up with using this stamp set and a couple other things also. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is cut your paper 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And then you need to score it 5 1/2 inches from both ends. That puts it perfectly in the middle. The next thing you need are, these were just scraps that I had. And this scrap is from Playful Patterns, Playing with Patterns. It's in the annual catalog. There's 6 by 6 sheets, and they just have some bright, cheery colors. And I picked Calypso Coral and Coastal Cabana, and I put in some Pool Party. I love Pool Party and Coastal Cabana together. They are such a great combination. And I had my Pool Party here, but I think I've lost it. And they are such a great, oh, here it is. Such a great combination these two are. Probably my very favorite combination. So Coastal Cabana and Pool Party are what I'm kind of putting together on this card. And let me know what you think in comments so that I know, if this is things that are interesting to people. So we need to get started. I'm actually out of glue, and I forgot I was out of glue. So let's open up some glue. I use the multi-purpose liquid glue because it gives a little wiggle room, guys. And when I'm creating, I like to put it on and then kind of move it exactly where I want it. So I'm going to add some multi-purpose liquid glue to this cardstock. Also a hint, if you will put your multi-purpose liquid glue upside down, I do not put the lid on it, and leave it upside down. When you go to use it, you won't squirt out any air. You will only squirt out glue. So that's a little tip with your multi-purpose liquid glue. And it lasts a long time. I think it's $4 in the catalog. It is in the annual catalog. And it's a good buy. And it lasts a long time. It also has a broad tip. I don't know if I've ever showed you all that. If you need a broad tip, it has a broad tip on it also. So it's really functional, and it's a really strong glue, and that's another reason I like it. So now, this is some Pool Party ribbon that I like. I think I got it off the clearance rack. So never underestimate our clearance rack, guys. Because the ribbon is retired, that doesn't mean that the color is retired. You have to remember that. You have to think about that. So if the color is not retired, buy it. That's what I do. I really, really like to buy ribbon, and I like to have a lot of ribbon. I can't always afford to buy it full price, so I watch for it on the clearance rack, and I purchase it on the clearance rack. And I do my embellishments that way too. When embellishments go retire, and if the colors are still current and I still have the colors, then I buy them off the clearance rack. And they just refreshed the clearance rack too. And I am taping this the 1st of September in 2020. So all I did was take my ribbon and just tied it in a knot. Really simple. okay? So I'm just cutting my ends to make them pretty. And I cut a little bit long on my ribbon, but that's okay. So I really didn't need to cut it that long. So just see how I tied that simple knot? Isn't that easy? Now, what we're going to do is and I will have the measurements for these. It's 2 inches and 2 1/4 are the measurements of these strips. And actually, these were from my scraps. I went to my scraps of the Designer Series paper to see what I had. And that's what I really created this card with. I just wanted something a little bright and cheery, and I really like that paper, so that's why I chose it. Now, you just put this wherever you want it. I'm putting it towards the bottom, but you don't have to. If you like them towards the top, then that's fine too. Now, this is Whisper White, and I used the Tasteful Textures 3D folder. It is in the annual catalog, so I really like this. It's a very subtle texture it puts on your paper, and I really like that. But what I did first is I inked, and then I ran it through. That's how I did mine. And I used the Life is Beautiful stamp set. I used this tree here. Now, as you can see, the tree's coming off to the side, and I want to show you, if I can find the paper that I cut that out of. I really wanted to show you. I just angled it. Let me show you. I just angled it. Let me go ahead and ink this up with some ink. Just ink it up. Now, how I positioned this is I really positioned it sideways, just like this. Make sure that's in the camera view. I just did it like this. Totally sideways. That's how I angled this. And you can do it any way you want, but that worked for me on this project. Then I went ahead and I took bubbles because I wanted this to be a happy card. So let me show you how I did that. I had my Coastal Cabana and my pool party. So I used both of these. So I want to use my pool party first and accent it just with my, see, here's the leaves. I've been using that one. And I want to just accent it with my, I can't find my stamp. Leaves is what I want to do. So, and I actually put it up so I wouldn't lose it. Isn't that funny? Do you all do that? Or is it just me? So let's go on, because I know you all are busy. So I'm just going to show you with the leaves, because it's the same principle with the leaves. I have no idea what happened to that. Isn't it amazing how things disappear on I have a very, very small craft area. I have a small craft room, period. And I lose things in here all the time. So, and it was in front of my face. So here we go. So we are going to use the pool party first. So this is how I created it. Just like that. But I felt like this space here was a little empty. So I just took it and I took my Coastal Cabana and inked up my Coastal Cabana. Now, I took a Post-it note because I really didn't want it to go way out. So I took a Post-it note, and I only wanted to add a few bubbles right there. So look how I did that. That's perfect. So, right there is how I inked that up. Then, take your Celebration label dies, which are right here. These all come together. Now remember, when you order them from Stampin' Up, they don't come on the magnetic sheet. I do that myself. I used the second to the smallest right here. Then, how I pictured that, I just put it on here and pictured. I did stamp hello on there, and I kind of got what I thought was in the picture, like here. Then I took my Coastal Cabana, because I wanted it to be really seen, and I inked it up, and I knew about where it was going to be, so I just kind of worked with it a little bit, and I stamped. Then go ahead and put some low-tack tape on your paper right there. Look at that. So it's ready to take over to the paper cutter. Or, I'm sorry, the embossing machine. The Stamp and Cut embossing machine. So you can just take this over and run it through, and you already have it positioned. Isn't that easy? Then after you cut that out, you put it through your Tasteful Texture folder. And I really like this one. And when you're done, let me move this out of the way. When you're done, and let me show you what you come up with. And this is what you came out with. Isn't that pretty? And did you see how easy that was? Really, really simple. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to add this to the card. Now, I'm going to pop this up and put it on some Stampin' Dimensionals because that's what I like. And also, I'm done with all these in the middle, the hexagon ones in the middle, but you can use the ends too. So don't be wasteful, just use everything. That's what I do. So you just cut it off, place it on your project. This time it's a card. And that's what I do, so that I just use it all. I'm not wasteful. I don't waste any of my product. I don't waste any of my supplies. So that's how I do it. I just need one more here because I didn't want it to be kind of wonky in the middle. I use more Stampin' Dimensionals than probably anyone. You don't have to use that many. That's just really what I like. Now, to take these Stampin' Dimensionals off really fast, let me show you. Take your pick tool and pull your plastic. Take your pick and just pull it up. Pull the little paper off of it. See how easy that is? It is really easy, and you won't have a problem with that. Just pick it up. It just picks right up off of there. Really simple. And just comes right off your paper. And it doesn't take long. It always takes me longer on video than when I'm in here by myself. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I've got them all off but this one. So let's take that off really quickly. Got it? Now, all we do is we add this to the front of the card. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love that. I just think it's happy and cheerful. Now, I did think that it needed a little something. So, what I did was, I'm going to use my butterfly punch. Okay? So, what I did was, I took the butterflies here, and I took the Coastal Cabana ink, and I just tapped on that top butterfly. Did you see that? How I just tapped on the top butterfly? Then I came with a scratch sheet of paper, and I just put just the top butterfly. That's really all I need for this project. So then, take your punch, really easy, slide it in, line it up exactly where you want it, punch, and there you go. that gives you a little bit of accent for this card. And I'm going to bend it in the middle. And look at that. I also have these little leaves. And these little leaves are from the Celebrate labels. They're right here in the middle. See these? I've really used these on multiple projects. I really like these little things. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Stampin' Seal and we're going to put it on the back. And then we can attach these leaves however we feel like they look the best. I think they look really cute right there. They just add just a little something to the card. Don't have enough Stampin' Seal, so put it on the other side. There we go. And I want to make sure it stays and I can get a little bit of wiggle room with it. So let's put some multi-purpose glue on there. Like that. And there you go. Look how cute that card is. Can you all see that? Let me know what you think about it. I certainly appreciate you joining me. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page. I have a lot of things going on. We're doing a Host of the Month Club starting in January. And if you join that, what it is you buy product for $30 a month. You have to purchase by the 14th of the month. Once a year, you will get to be the host and you'll get at least $43 worth of free product. So that's kind of like a month and a half free, and I would love to have that. I do some paper shares, all kinds of stuff's going on in the stamping world. So take a look at my Facebook page, and I hope you like this card. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.